On today's show, we'll tell you why the real winner on Monday night was Aaron Rodgers.
Let's go. Roll the intro.
All right.
Yo.
Coming to you live from Philly. It's the number one rated Paulie Tony Fusco show.
Yo.
As always, Paulie Fusco here with Tony Fusco and Tony.
Yo.
Huge show today.
Oh, yeah, we're back.
NFL is back.
It's
Eagles
back.
Undefeated as usual. And not only that, beating the Patriots at Foxborough with Tom Brady in his uniform.
Exactly.
Just as usual, too. Anyway, to celebrate the Eagles' dominance, we're going to be doing something special for you. You can go to our store, purchase the commemorative T-shirt that says Undefeated at 1-0. Get it now.
Undefeated.
This is officially licensed Philadelphia professional football merchandise.
Authentic.
People.
You're not getting it anywhere else.
Anyway, on today's show, we're going to explain why there could be a huge misunderstanding in the media's attack on embattled Michigan State head coach and alleged phone sexer Mel Tucker. And we're also going to tell you about the one stat about Dak Prescott that the untrustworthy media is hiding from you. Anyway,
exactly.
And you know what we're going to do? We're going to bring all that up with our guest today, a former member of the Cowboys himself, total homer, and also a member of the untrustworthy corporate media.
Exactly.
Marcellus Wiley. And Tony, hope he's not as bad as last time.
Yeah, or it's going to be a Wiley before we have him back.
Well said there. Anyway, on the subject of backs, good segue. You know what's so much better for your back, people? If you travel with the right luggage. And that's why it's time for a word from our new sponsor, Club Glove, makers of the #1 luggage in golf. Do you play golf? Well, we don't because it takes too much time. But if we did, we would use Club Glove luggage. Isn't that right, Tony?
Yeah. Club Glove is getting great reviews. My Aunt Marie and her boyfriend Nunzio just went on a vacation and they packed their clubs using Club Glove luggage. They told me it made it so easy to travel. In fact, Nunzio told me that the moment they got to their hotel, he pulled out his wood and his balls and started swinging with another couple. And actually, hold on.
Let's just
finish that story another time.
Yeah, click the link in the description to visit Club Glove and more importantly, buy something so we get commission. Okay, people. Anyway, Club Glove, the #1 luggage in golf. Okay, now that we got that business out of the way, let's get right into it, Tony, with our top story.
Top story.
All right, obviously the top story, Aaron Rodgers injured on the opening drive of the season, now out for the rest of the season. And, people are saying this is a terrible break for the Jets and Aaron Rodgers. Well, yeah, it's a terrible break for the Jets, but not for Aaron Rodgers.
Nope, exactly.
He couldn't have gotten out at a better time. Isn't that right, Tony?
Absolutely. If there's one thing we all know about football, it's that the less you play for the Jets, the better.
Yep.
That's why Aaron Rodgers got lucky here. There's a stat called quarterback wins, and it's separate from team wins. And it's for this reason right here. You see, I've still got the Jets predicted to go 2-15 on the year, but Aaron Rodgers is going to go 17-0 because every game he doesn't play for the Jets is a win.
Great point, Tony. And people say the biggest win by a QB in Jets history is Joe Namath winning the Super Bowl. No, wrong.
No way.
It's when Brett Favre told the GM he had a shoulder injury so they wouldn't re-sign him, and then he got to go to Minnesota. Big win by Favre right there.
100%. He got out just in time.
And by the way, people are claiming out there that this Aaron Rodgers injury proves that the NFL is rigged. And Tony, those people are clearly onto something, aren't they?
Clearly. It's not hard to connect the dots here. All you have to do is look at where the injury happened. MetLife Stadium, a stadium named after an insurance company. They don't care about football. They care about cross-promotion.
So true, Tony. I mean, you look around the league. Kyler Murray, Cardinals, State Farm Stadium, insurance company.
There you go.
Injured.
There you go. Look at Von Miller, never injured. Then he goes and plays in Buffalo at Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield Stadium, and boom, injured.
Just so clear when you lay it all out there.
Yeah, and now the Steelers are playing at Acrisure Stadium. Acrisure is, you guessed it, an insurance company. Yup, exactly. And if I'm Kenny Pickett, I'm demanding a trade today.
Terrific analysis, Tony. And now to more week one reaction. You know, the media has been going off about how the Cowboys beat the Giants 40-0.
Please.
Who cares? You know, they're just hiding the real story, the true story, as they always do. And the true story is that Dak Prescott played like hot garbage. And, you know, Tony, when we talk stats, what is the most important stat for a quarterback?
Completion percentage.
Exactly, completion percentage. And Dak Prescott had a pitiful completion percentage of 54.2. And Tony, this could have serious ramifications, couldn't it?
Let's go to the numbers. Dak Prescott had a 54.2% completion percentage. But if you look at Cowboys backup QB Trey Lance's career numbers, you'll easily see he has a much more respectable career completion percentage of 54.9%. So don't be surprised if Mike McCarthy makes a move here and brings in the more reliable quarterback.
Just terrific statistical analysis there, Tony. And
Thank you.
To a huge story out of college football. Michigan State head coach Mel Tucker under fire for supposedly engaging in what he calls consensual phone sex with a woman, during which he admits to pleasuring himself during the call. Anyway,
I saw that.
People, they're piling on Mel Tucker here for his poor choices. And, you know, he certainly made a poor choice there, you know. At least call a professional or something. But,
exactly.
You know, Tony, there could be another side to this story, isn't that right?
Yeah, you know, Mel Tucker is a college football head coach. How do we know this was phone sex and not just him calling plays? You know, go deep, chase those deep balls. Let's double team the receiver and feed him some deep balls. Go up the middle, find the hole, and go deep on those balls and grab that old leathery pigskin. You see how easily one could misconstrue the situation?
Just terrific legal analysis there, Tony. And, you know,
Thank you.
There's a lot of football news dominating the headlines, but we're not going to let that keep us from reporting the big news in other major sports, especially baseball. So it's time right now for MLB Check-In.
MLB Check-In.
Okay, Tony, you saw a big story on the ESPN homepage, front and center the other day. What was it?
I'm just going to read this word for word because it's so impressive and so important. Houston Astro Chris Tucker became the first Houston player over the past 50 seasons to triple twice in an inning, getting hits off Tim Hill and Rich Hill. He's only the second player in the expansion era since 1961 with 2 triples in the same inning, joining Colorado's Corey Sullivan, who did so in the top of the 5th on April 9th, 2006 at San Diego.
MLB Check-In.
Just wow, Tony.
You know, we probably should have led with that story.
Probably should have, Tony, but it's too late now. In fact, you know, on that subject, I see our guest coming on the line. So let's go ahead and bring him on the Fusco Satellite Network.
Fusco Satellite Network.
All right, this guy. You know, the last time we had him on the show, we got our highest numbers ever. So I'm sure he's very thankful that we did that for him, gave him that exposure. Anyway,
yeah, exactly.
He's recently gained some notoriety in this business as a sports analyst. He's hosting the More To It podcast, you know, still trying to work his way up to our level.
Maybe he'll get
10
close
seasons
someday.
in the NFL, Pro Bowl defensive end.
Yeah.
Named to that Pro Bowl when he was with the Chargers. So, you know, it's probably a mercy vote there, you know, just to get a Chargers
a participation trophy Pro Bowl.
All them damn tackles I was beating across.
Hold on, we're still doing your intro.
We're not done with your intro.
You're all Ivy League. That's not something to brag about. Yeah. I would take that out of your bio if I were you.
I never heard of that.
Anyway, here he is, Marcellus Wiley. Welcome
back to the show.
I got sacks on a lot of high net worth individuals. That's nothing to brag about. Come on, man. Give me some love.
Yeah. What were their names? Thurston Howell III. Congratulations.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's start with the top story there, Marcellus. The season-ending injury to Aaron Rodgers. You know, people are saying this is devastating for Aaron Rodgers, but hold on. Yeah. If you know anything about football, the less you play for the Jets, the better. So how relieved do you think Aaron Rodgers is right now?
Oh, man, will you stop that? First of all, I got respect for the Jets. When we used to play the Jets, I played for the Buffalo Bills. Oh, AFC championship games, they were tilting. Don't act like Fireman Ed didn't have that whole crowd rocking still.
This guy's stuck in the year 1998. What year are you in?
Yeah, what year are you even talking about?
The Backstreet Boys are the best band on the planet?
Yeah, what, the Vinny Testaverde Jets? What are you talking about?
I'm sorry. I'm stuck in the past, but everybody was talking in the present. This was a Super Bowl contending team. So
not
obviously
us.
It's devastating to them and him not being able to play for them. You stop that.
No, you stop that.
Yeah,
everybody's talking about that. You listen to our show, you'll get the truth. Maybe on your show, you're giving out shitty predictions like that. Anyway,
no, exactly.
All right, but to stay on the subject here, a lot of the conspiracy theorists out there are saying that the injury to Aaron Rodgers proves that the NFL is rigged, and they're totally onto something. Just explain to him, Tony.
Yeah, of course. Look at where Aaron Rodgers suffered the injury, Marcellus. MetLife Stadium, named for an insurance company. Look at where Kyler Murray suffered his injury. State Farm Stadium, insurance company. They don't care about football. They care about cross-promotion. So based on that, don't you think it's clear that these companies are injuring quarterbacks to promote their products?
So all the other stadiums where they get injured, I was at SoFi Stadium. What were they going to promote there? It's nothing to do with any of that. They're going to promote
your low bank account. I don't know.
Banking.
You're going to get paid if you go over there hurt.
Yeah.
You know what it's about? You're playing football. I don't give a damn where you play it. If you're playing in the front yard, backyard, MetLife Stadium, in the parking lot, it's going to hurt you.
Yeah.
But didn't you ever walk into a stadium and you're like, oh, shit, this is Blue Cross Blue Shield Stadium.
Yeah,
I better get the hell
I'm in trouble. Yup.
No. Just like when I go to crypto.com arena or something, I don't feel like I am invested in the...
Wait, you're saying you don't invest in crypto? That's your mistake.
No, you really? And where are you right now? Is that what happens when you...
Excuse me. This is the finest wood paneling money can buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not connecting over there on the other side, but I give you that, man.
Yeah, the last guest on the show got put through that wall, and I'm going to put you through it, too. You come over here, I'll put your head right through that hole.
Yeah.
Well, it's a better background than being a runner-up background. This Philadelphia Eagles, I don't know what is going on.
You kidding me?
Look at that. Oh, second place, silver. What are
you out back there? A Chargers uniform. That's like the definition of a copper medal.
Yeah,
Chargers
exactly.
Uniform. You haven't even been near a Super Bowl. Not even in the parking lot.
Yep, you and I have got the same distance close to a Super Bowl.
No, we were there
last year.
Right on the slippery field. We were there.
And we're going to be there winning this year.
Yeah. All right, look. On the subject of teams that don't win Super Bowls, let's talk about the Cowboys. And I know you're biased because you played for the team. The entire media is talking about how the Cowboys beat the Giants 40-0, but they're just conveniently forgetting to mention that Dak Prescott had a completion percentage of 54.2%.
Horrible.
Now, let's just compare that number to Trey Lance's career completion percentage, which is significantly higher at 54.9. So how soon do you think Mike McCarthy will be making a move to Trey Lance?
Oh, man, he's not making a move to Trey Lance for no 0.7 percentage points. That's not happening, even though he's cheaper, even though he's younger. None of that's happening because he's not better than Dak Prescott. Y'all know Dak Prescott, the dude that owns the Philadelphia Eagles. Y'all know Dak Prescott, the dude that is the quarterback of America's team.
This is pretty shitty analysis for an Ivy Leaguer. You don't even know percentages.
Yeah, exactly.
How did you graduate?
Yeah, but you don't always go with the higher percentage. You got to go with the guy who does higher in touchdowns, fewer interceptions. Sorry, last year, Dak. I didn't mean that. And then you also got the win percentage. How about that percentage? You want to talk about a percentage?
Completion percentage. That's a quarterback's job, is to complete passes. So what's more important than completion percentage?
Yeah, you
Nothing.
can't even complete a thought, but go.
Yeah, exactly.
The completion percentage is a means to the end. The end is to win the game. Just like touchdowns, just like interceptions, it's all about winning. Who's going to win more in that building, Trey Lance or Dak Prescott? Come on, man. Turn the hat back around so you can think straight. Come on.
Well, you're the one who played for the Chargers, so I don't know really what you know about winning. But okay. But hold on just a moment here. Let's continue this subject because you're clearly worked up about it. The other week, Trey Lance said something very concerning. You heard this? He said he's going to do all he can to learn from Dak Prescott. That's like saying, if I want to learn coaching, I'm going to go ask Jason Garrett. I mean, as a former Cowboy, how concerned were you by these shocking comments?
Oh, my God. Okay, let's stop here. Y'all acting like Dak Prescott is not top 10 at
He's not.
As an NFL quarterback. And he's not? So how do you become the highest paid quarterback at one time
Great
and
question.
You're not a top 10 quarterback?
That's a great question. We don't have the answer to that. He's terrible.
Got a great lawyer.
Terrible?
Yeah.
Before last year, you would have never let that leave your mouth being Jalen Hurts was your quarterback. Yeah. I'm not letting that happen. Dak Prescott Jalen Hurts got him right now. But in totality, career for career, I still take Dak Prescott's career over Jalen Hurts.
What?
And you would too if you had that back.
If anything hurts, it's my ears from that take.
He's not even a top 20 quarterback. We could go down the list.
Yeah.
Let's start AFC East. Josh Allen's better. Tua's better. Yeah. Zach Wilson is better. They're all better than Dak Prescott.
Did you just say Zach Wilson out your mouth? Man, I think I got bad Wi-Fi because there's no way you let Zach Wilson come out of your mouth.
Same record this year.
Yeah, put up that side-by-side graphic. Look at this. Week 1, more touchdowns, Zach Wilson. Higher completion percentage, Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
What the hell? That's one game. What? You guys got to see the whole forest. See the forest.
I don't know what you're talking about with forest. We're talking about
I don't know what happened.
This isn't.
Did you eat breakfast today?
This isn't the forestry show. Yeah, I had a terrific breakfast. I'm going to eat you for breakfast one day. All right.
Yeah.
Let's move on to a shocking scandal, Marcellus, out of college football. I'm sure you've heard Michigan State coach Mel Tucker in very hot water over an alleged phone sex call. Now, you've been around football coaches. Don't you think it's possible this could be, all some kind of misunderstanding? Didn't Wade Phillips or someone ever call you and say something like, hey, Marcellus, you got to penetrate that open hole, or, get low under center and grab those leathery balls.
Yeah.
Or, pound that guy so hard he can't see
pound
straight.
that guy.
Yeah, don't you see how easily the situation could get so misconstrued?
No. Look, I can't say that I've never had a conversation with Wade Phillips talking about run through a hole before or penetrate a hole, but it never happened at 12:30 in the morning. It never happened at 12:30 in the morning. So misconstrued is out the window at 12:30. If we work together, you come in at 12:30. We're working on something else at 12:30, and it ain't the job. So no misconstruing there. I think both of them are lying. If they both would tell the truth, we will get to an understanding that at 12:30, only few things occur. We know what that is.
Well, what do you do? What are you doing at 12:30?
Yeah, what are you doing at 12:30?
I am sleeping because I have 4 kids, and they're going to get up at 6 regardless of how daddy's night went. So at 12:30, if I'm not tapped out, I'm going to be checked out the next morning.
Okay, so based on that, I'm just gathering that your knowledge of the phone sex business is low. Is that what I'm getting at here?
Doesn't sound like you're an expert.
Everyone's knowledge is low because porn is free on the internet. Who are you calling? Just dial up your own damn website and just look at it. You don't have to even bother anybody.
Just for the record, Tony is much more knowledgeable about this subject than you are, so maybe it was a waste of time. Way more. It was a waste of time.
We'll leave it at that.
All right. Hey, you like talking football so much, and you act like you know so much. Ivy Leaguer. All right, what's your Super Bowl prediction? Go.
Yeah.
I want to say Chargers out my mouth, but I can't lie right now.
Homer.
I would say It looks like Kansas City, and it
hasn't even thought.
They haven't even won a game.
You're an NFL analyst. You're thinking about this now. We're 2 weeks into the season. You should know this already.
I actually wait for teams to play more games. I wait for guys to get hurt.
We already have it done. We already know.
All right, come on, go ahead. Give us your pick.
What's your prediction?
Go.
I would say KC or Baltimore representing.
What? All right. And who in the NFC, bro?
Come on, say it, Eagles. Say it.
It ain't Philly.
Oh,
well, guess what else it ain't?
I'm not even going to wait around for your prediction, which is going to come in 2 years. You know, you call yourself an analyst. I'm going to call you off the show.
Guess what? You're off the show.
Marcellus Wiley.
You're not going to be back for a long while, Marcellus.
Get out of here.
Off the show.
Hanging up on you. Like you hang up on
See ya.
I can't lie to you guys.
Go to sleep. You need to
go back to sleep, Marcellus.
Yeah.
You're clearly sleep deprived, Marcellus.
You go back to the phone.
Yeah.
You go grab your phone and have some fun.
Don't worry. I think Mel Tucker's on line 2 for you, Marcellus.
Satellite Network.
Is he off the line?
Jay, hang up the phone.
You know, for you young folk trying to come up in the business, you go on a show, have your picks ready to go. It's called pre-producing.
Yeah, he's probably still on the line thinking about his Super Bowl pick now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, glad we got out of that in time because, you know, it's time to wrap the show and also thank our terrific sponsor, Club Glove.
Wow. Great. Thank you. Oh.
Hold on. Someone who needs to be clubbed.
Yeah.
Our producer
Jay. What do you want?
Corrections.
What?
Well, first, you compared Dak Prescott's completion percentage in the Giants game to Trey Lance's career completion percentage.
Yup.
Yeah, bro, totally.
Rough comparison for Dak there, yeah.
Yeah, it's not even close.
No, you can't compare one game to another player's entire career. It's clear you don't know how stats work.
Oh, yeah? Well, it's clear you don't know how my taser works.
Yeah, I'm going to compare your career to Jimmy Buffett's career. Over.
Oh,
yeah, you're
one,
done.
Tony.
No,
we're finished.
Second.
What? Hurry up.
At the beginning of the show, you called the Eagles, quote, undefeated.
Yeah, bro. Check the standings, bro.
Exactly.
Their record is 1-0. They've played one game. That's not what the term undefeated is for.
Oh, yeah? Well, do you know what the term shut the fuck up is for?
Yeah. You know whose record is 0-1,000? You. On Tinder. Yeah.
Great
You're
one,
done.
Tony.
Nope.
Got him.
We're done. Let's get out of here.
No.
What?
One
Hurry
more.
up.
You said it's a conspiracy because Von Miller got injured at the Bills Stadium because it's named after Blue Cross Blue Shield, a medical insurance company.
Yeah. Don't be a sheep, bro.
Yup.
That wasn't a home game. He suffered the injury playing against the Detroit Lions, who play at Ford Field.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm going to rent a Ford and drive your dead body to a field and dump it there.
Yeah. And don't try to fight us because we're like the Detroit Lions, undefeated.
Oh, great call back, Tony. And
that's how it's done.
On that note, guess who's getting called back to the show? Finally coming on, booked. Super Bowl hero, Eagles legend Nick Foles will be here next week.
Wow,
can't wait for that.
terrific
Don't forget,
news.
Go to our merch store, buy that limited
Buy up
edition
all the merch.
Undefeated merchandise.
Yeah.
And, subscribe on the YouTube. Follow us
Yup.
on TikTok. Listen
We're
on the
all
Fox
over.
Sports Radio
Spend
pod.
all your
And
money at the
Tony,
store.
Great job as always.
Same to you, Paulie. Another flawless show.
There you go. We'll see you people next week.
See ya.